I don't even know how to begin my review of Midsommar. Yeah, this movie is so strange, so weird, but such a deliciously dark good time. This is going to be one hell of a recap. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name's EJ Marino and right now we are diving in to a brand new review of the film Midsommar. I could spend 5 full minutes trying to piece together thoughts of this movie. I don't have a script, I don't even have notes in my notebook, because how do you begin to explain this strange movie? Ari Aster is the director of Hereditary and now the director and writer of Midsommar. He is one weird guy. I want to give Ari Aster a hug because what's wrong, baby? Who hurt you? You seem like such a nice guy to be making these weird movies. Midsommar follows the story of Christian and Danny, a young American couple going to Sweden on a vacation with a group of their friends. A couple of them are going over there to work on their thesis paper. Danny's going over there to get out of her hectic life back in America and think this trip to Sweden might be a good job just, for her personally and for her relationship with Christian. But boy, does the cult in Sweden have other plans. Once they get there, things are already strange. Things are already a little bit wonky. You think that Christian and Danny's relationship is strained before they got there. Once they get to Sweden, it's like his friends are turning on her. The cult there isn't really prepared for them. There's a lot happening here. And then, oh god, I feel so bad for the actress Florence Pugh. You just see all the pain, all the terror in her face, all of the confusion. She sold the hell out of this movie. Florence Pugh as Danny and Jack Reynor as Christian do such a great job with this piece. Ari Aster has dubbed this the world's weirdest breakup movie or something along the lines of that, and I didn't really believe him until I saw it. But seeing this couple just kind of dissolve during this movie, it was really real. And there's a lot of, as weird as this movie gets, the tension between them, the mistrust, the miscommunications, that feels so real. It feels so natural. And then the weird cult starts getting odder and odder and odder. Then you start seeing some of the rituals they're doing. They actually watch one of the rituals, and it is one of the most disturbing and disgusting things. Not only for the characters to view, but me to view as a critic or an audience member. This movie was intense. It was a lot, but it's still grounded in some sort of familiarity. You know this Wicker Man, this cult-like story, but the way Ari Aster does it in Midsommar does make you start questioning a lot, that you're like, oh, this is how this should work, but oh no, it's not that way. And then you mix in drugs like they do in this movie. There's a lot of tripping on mushrooms, which really makes this movie almost an unreliable narrator. You never know what's really happening. You never know what's happening to our characters because they're always hallucinating, or at least you start thinking are they on drugs here? Are they on drugs here? The movie does show you visually when they're on drugs, but you never know. And I love a movie where I'm constantly going, I don't trust anything I'm seeing. To be honest though, I don't enjoy this movie as much as I did Hereditary. I find Hereditary to be a masterpiece. It's going to be one of Ari Aster's best films in his entire career. So to follow up with Midsommar, which I think is a purposefully more sloppy film, it is a little bit more messy, a little bit more of a mixed bag. As I think Hereditary was so meant to be a straightforward story, this movie was always going to be meant to mess with your mind, be a little disjointed, but I do think that takes away from the overall experience. As much as I did enjoy this movie, it did feel like it ran a little too long. It did feel like the pace was a little too slow at times, and a lot of, actually by the end of it, I went, so what was the point of that? As much as I enjoyed the ride, as soon as we got to the destination at the end, I'm like, okay, that was cool, but why? Me thinking Hereditary is better than Midsommar is not meant to take away from this movie. It has such strong visuals. I mean, just the cinematography, the special effects, the gore, everything, it's a visual assault on the eyes. There is so much that happens on screen that it takes me a while to digest. I should have, waited to do this review so I could have processed everything, but I wanted you to see what this movie did to me. Like I said, I do have a good time watching watching it, but it really messed up my brain. I think with the visuals, with that weird script, I don't think the script is as tight, but it is really fun. Some of the dialogue moments, some of the like intentional comedic moments. There's a lot in that script to enjoy. There's a lot visually to enjoy. I think the score is phenomenal. Again, I think the cinematography is strong. The acting, the directing, it's all there, but it doesn't mesh into this beautiful piece as I thought it should. It just feels okay. It just feels like a, wow, that was a good experience, but not as much of a cinematic journey as I would have wanted. I am going to talk about Midsommar in full detail, like a full spoiler review later on, but I wanted to keep this short, simple, and for you to see what this movie did to me. For you to see that I am having to try to figure out my thoughts, because they're everywhere. My mind's going a mile a minute, trying to be like, oh my god, do you remember that one weird sex scene, or that one crazy jump scene? All that gore, or oh my god, that visual, that one flower dress. There's so much I'm trying to process, but I just want to say, I think this movie is one hell of a good time. Is it amazing? Is it perfect? No. It's not as great as Hereditary, but it's still a strong horror outing and one of the better horror movies I have seen in 2019. That is it for my review of Midsommar. I'm sorry for being so confused, so disjointed, but I'm about as confused and disjointed as this movie was. Yes, Midsommar was a damn good time. I recommend this, if you're into weird horror movies. If you saw that trailer and it did nothing for you, this movie won't do anything for you. But if you're interested in weird movies that don't completely wrap everything up in a nice clean bow, you might enjoy Midsommar. It's a damn good time. I had a good time. What did you think of this review? What do you think of Midsommar? Let me know down in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because I make videos like this every single week. And give me a thumbs up because YouTube takes those very seriously. Thank you so much, guys, and let's talk about Midsommar in the comments below.